What happened with the Linus video? What happened with Linus? Is he okay? Is he sick?
Most successful companies eventually outgrow the leadership of their founders, and it looks like my time is now. Effective July 1st, 2023, after 10 wild and very eventful years, I will be stepping down as CEO of Linus Media Group,
xQc,
Creator Warehouse,
released
and
video on a
Media.
top secret Google
I'm sure you have a
project.
lot of questions, and I'm going to try to
Link.
answer them all here. Like, why now? What's going to happen to the channels in the lab? And if not you, who's going to be around to tell us about our sponsor?
The Ridge! Father's Day is coming up. Luckily, Ridge is having proud.
The truth is I was never really cut out to be a CEO. I remember putting it on my business cards in the early days when we had only 4 employees, thinking, this feels ridiculous, and I've never really outgrown that. I'm a lot of things. I'm a bottomless pit of creative energy, an excellent motivator and speaker.
True.
I'm wicked smart,
Wait,
charming,
this means nothing.
really funny. But in addition to those strengths, both real and imagined, I have a lot of weaknesses, and chief among them is that I've just never really had the attention to detail or the temperament that it takes to run an organization this large. I touched on some of this during my infamous 10 million subscriber stream, but the truth is, while I did manage to wrap that up with a positive message about finding motivation
Guys, most people that watch the videos are about the video parts. I think he's still gonna be part of the video part. He's just not gonna be part of like the whole corporate dog shit empire part.
move forward. None of those feelings I talked about.
So nobody
ever
that
went
watches
away.
will care.
I wasn't built for this, and I'm tired. Like, really can't do this anymore. Tired. And if I try to drag myself through another 10 years of business administration, I know I'm gonna destroy myself and probably end up killing the company and the community that I love so much in the process. I'm at my best when I'm pitching new content or product ideas, or when I'm problem solving ways to wipe garbage sites like User Benchmark out once and for all. And I have some good news. None of that stuff is going to be going away.
Sad.
My
That
new role is
easy.
going to be Chief Vision Officer, which is a stupid, like, BS sounding made up.
That
word,
is
but
made up.
I think
That's
it
literally
really
made
is
up.
the best one. We thought about Creative Officer, but that didn't really encompass what I'm going to be responsible for, because my gut and principles are what got us to where we are today. So I'm still going to be charting the path that I think makes sense. We don't want to lose our moral compass. But when it comes to the details of how to best utilize our resources to get there,
That makes sense
I
actually.
need some help. And I'm sure you have a lot of questions right now, like who our second sponsor is. Just kidding. We're going to get to that later. First, I want to talk about what isn't... Did I really write that? Sorry. First, I want to talk about what isn't going to change. And the biggest one is the rest of our
Content.
leadership team. Yvonne and I spent the last 6 months working with them on my replacement, which included having him work for us on a contract basis to ensure that they feel he is
Wait, but
a competent manager.
that person will never
B,
actually show up
the
though.
kind of person
on
who
video.
can comfortably integrate into our team. They are going to be continuing to work alongside him to
Yeah,
ensure that
chat, I get it, chat. I get it. I get the point though. I get the point.